It's time to write. What do you do first? Oh, I hope it's not one of these things. Leave your phone in another room when it's time to write. Do not think that you can quickly check an email or text, because 90% of the time that quickly is going to turn into 15, 20, 30 minutes and your writing time is gone. Oh wait, is there going to be security there to stop him? Well, let's see. I better look that up. Let me go check that. Research is fun to most of us. We start diving into what our characters are doing or where they're coming from or what kind of tools they're using, and pretty soon we're Googling this and Googling that, and we waste our whole hour time of writing going down this rabbit hole of research. We need to research, of course, but it's better if you have a designated time to research. So if you come across a space in your story where you don't know something, you need to research it, just make a note to yourself, research this, and then keep writing. It's okay if there's mistakes in there, you can fix them later. But what you're trying to do here is get some writing done. So don't switch to research mode. Leave research writer for later in the day. Stick to writer for your writing time. Now, let's see. The last I knew, Bobby was hoping to meet up with Cheryl for their date. That reminds me of that appointment that I made with Joe, because we were going to talk about that writing group, and now I don't know about if that's going to work, because I think I made that appointment on Wednesday. If you start thinking about other things in your life before you start writing or right after you start writing, it's totally going to derail this thing that you need to do to get into this other world that is your story. You need to be thinking about Bob and Cheryl, was it? I don't remember the names, but you need to be thinking about your characters and the world they're in and what they're feeling, not what's going on in your life and maybe what you need to pay attention to. You can put all that off for the next 30 minutes, an hour of time that you have to write. If some of these things pop up in your mind, which is natural, then just scroll them down, have a notebook handy next to you, put those down and get back to the world of your writing. You must put your world aside. That's the awesome thing about writing, right? It's an escape. Put your world aside, focus only on your character so you can get the writing done. Oh, it's 4 o'clock. I gotta get my writing done. Okay, I was gonna do that load of laundry really... Okay, I'll just do it really fast. Just really fast. Okay, last pair of socks folded. I'm ready to go. Well, there was some stains on my blouse. I had to get those out. And then I forgot that I had to get, the things from the other room. And so it took me a little longer. But now I'm ready to write. Oh, shoot. I've only got 10 minutes left. If you decide that there's something else you have to do real quick before you sit down and write, right there you are abandoning your writing time. Do not do this before you write. All that other stuff can wait. The laundry, the dishes, anything else that you're thinking I have to do. Remember that these things come up because really what they are is your brain going, I'm kind of scared of not writing as well as I think I'm going to today, so I'll go do the laundry and then I'll feel more accomplished because at least the laundry will be done. This is not a good idea. Realize that it's fear talking or it's self-doubt talking or something else. It's not that the laundry is suddenly all that important. Do not do any of those other things before you write, especially if they pop up right as you're just about to sit down, because that is most assuredly the self-doubt monster after you. Completely ignore it. No, the laundry, the dishes, whatever else can wait. I'm sitting down to write. Where was I? Oh yeah, Bob and Cheryl. Or was it Brad and Cheryl? No, I think it was Bob and Cheryl. So they're going on this date. Should I have them go out to dinner or a movie? This happens when the writer does not do something before starting to write to sink into their fantasy world. You have to do something to move from reality in your face to, this other world that I'm creating with my imaginary friends. You have to somehow make that adjustment between those two. If you don't make that adjustment, then your brain is sitting there way too locked into reality, and it's just not going to be as creative as you want it to be. So you need to have some sort of a ritual that gets you into this scene. Maybe that's some mood-setting music for this scene. Maybe you want to play something romantic, or if it's going to be a dastardly deadly scene, maybe Bob is a serial killer, then you want to play some really dastardly deadly music. Maybe what you need is a calming cup of tea and some noise canceling headphones so that you can just sink into this imaginary world of yours. And once you get there, then it's going to be much easier to be a lot more creative about what you write in this scene. One of my favorite writers, Andre Dubus III, said once that you're like a whale. You have to dive deep into the ocean and get down into that place where you're tapping into the alpha waves in your brain, and you can create much more easily and much more naturally than you can if you're in, reality world. Here's everything that just happened in my life, and it's all stressful, and there's all this going on, and how the heck am I now supposed to sit down and write? Do something. Have some sort of a ritual at the beginning of your writing period that allows you to make that transition. Another thing that you can do that I do is read like a page from one of your writing heroes, somebody you really admire, somebody you love how they write and you just want that to sink into you, or maybe from a book of poetry. Poetry can get you into that deeper place from where you can create, and that will help you produce a lot more original material in a short time. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you know the next time I have a video come out. Meanwhile, avoid these 5 mistakes before you start to write and create a before I write ritual that gets you into the mode of your story, and you'll be much happier with the results.